Hi, in this demo, I'm going to share some of the SCM CLI enhancements done as part of the plan item. Let us start with duplicating a workspace or stream. For this scenario, I've created a workspace called test workspace 1 that has two components named test comp 1 and test comp 2. Let us list the files that's shared to test comp 1. As you can see, there is one folder called test 1 and two files beneath that folder. Let us also take a look at the attributes of the workspace, test workspace 1. Now let us duplicate test workspace 1 and name it as test workspace new. Test workspace new should have the same components as test workspace 1. Also, it should have the same files in those components. Similarly, the attributes of the new workspace should match with test workspace 1. You can also duplicate the stream as we do for the workspace. Let us look at accepting and delivering work items. In my sandbox, I've created two incoming changes and two outgoing changes. The incoming changes have been associated with work item 1 and the outgoing changes with work item 2. Let us accept work item 1 that has two changes. As you see, both the changes have been accepted to the sandbox. Looking at the status of the sandbox, we see there are no more incoming changes and there are two outgoing changes. Let us now deliver the two changes using the work item option. The changes in the work item has been delivered successfully. As you see in the status, there are no more incoming or outgoing changes. Looking at the next enhancement, this is about configuring an external compare tool. I have configured the external compare 2-way and 3-way to use the kdiff3 tool, compare tool. You could also configure other tools, and there are examples on how to do that. For example, if you provide the verbose option to get preference or list preference, you would see more details on how to configure other tools. You can use the set preference to configure your preference, or you could edit the preference.properties file. For this scenario, in my sandbox, I have one unresolved change and one conflicting change. Let us first take a look at the unresolved change. By default, when you diff a file, it will show the diff in the command line tool. As you can see, there is a line added to the change. Now let us launch the compare tool using the xcompare option. As you see on the left hand side, the line 10 was added to the file. Now let us take a look at the conflicting change. This should open up a 3-way compare editor. As you see, there are three on the top. There are three windows. The first one is the ancestor, and the second and third are the proposed and checked in changes. Once you merge the change, you can check in the change and resolve the change. Thank you for watching this demo.